Hi everyone, welcome to LaLiga Insiders, the only series on the whole YouTube in which you can find big breaking news related to Lewandowski, Mbappé, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona with Gemma and Rodrigo Faez. First of all, let me start with Kylian Mbappé because this weekend he has been once again in the spotlight because Kylian Mbappé was awarded as the best player of the French league. So that's where he talked about his future. He said that he already have a choice, that he already have a decision, but the thing is that he's not gonna tell it or he's not gonna make it public before at least till he joins French football team, national team, in the following days. The thing is that Kylian Mbappé said that he's calm, that he had at least some details to close before saying up his opinion. And the thing is that at least in Madrid, my guys at Real Madrid, they are confident still, as we said these past weeks, that Kylian Mbappé will join Real Madrid by the end of June as a free agent. Everyone in Real Madrid is confident on that. They do believe still, as we mentioned before, on his verbal agreement with Florentino Perez, proving that he wants to come to Madrid and he wants to join Real Madrid to make his dream come true. So that's why everyone in Madrid is getting ready for Kylian Mbappé to join. Let's see if finally PSG make a final movement, which is something that could be hoped by Real Madrid and even for the player to see if they can convince Kylian Mbappé. So the thing is that now at these days we could say that Mbappé will join Real Madrid at least a 95% of their chances. So congratulations to all the Real Madrid fans, at least at this 95% of chances drove of Kylian Mbappé joining Real Madrid. It's gonna be a massive deal if we confirm that for Real Madrid, so they will have that differential player that they didn't have this season. Let's see what happens in the next week and when Mbappé will make this public. But before that, we have to head to Barcelona. Gemma, tell us some news about another big name in Barcelona, like Lewandowski.
Yes, Rodri, he's another top striker on the spotlight, and it's been also a quite intense weekend for him in Munich. He kind of said goodbye, a farewell to his supporters. While club director Oliver Kahn, he was very tough on his words. He said that he will stay until 2023. Well, what we know is that the player wants to leave and Barcelona is his first choice. Not the only one, there's Chelsea, there are other options. What I can tell you is that about that Barcelona's interest, what my sources tell me is that there is a kind of division in the board. All of them want Robert Lewandowski, but there is division because some of members think that Barcelona maybe shouldn't spend 35 million euros in that moment in a player who is about to be 34 years old. All of them know that Barcelona and Xavi's project need goal and he could be a good fit, but there are some concerns because there are other positions that really need to be reinforced. And nowadays, the reality, the tough reality in Barcelona is that they don't even are able to inscribe Kessie or Christensen. So that's the reality. They are working a lot in making money. Of course, securing the second spot gives them up to 110 million euros. Plus, they will say that 49% of BLM, this is the marketing company that sells the merchandising of Barcelona. They are working on the CBC deal. They are working as well in trying to sell the sleeve of the t-shirt. So there are deals working on it. Depending on that, they will be able to make a shiny signing like Lewandowski or Rodri, maybe not.
Let's see. In the meantime, let's talk about another guy that plays for Real Madrid and another guy who's going to be a free agent this summer. We're talking about Isco. Isco, the guy from Andalusia, from Malaga, will end his contract for Real Madrid and he's not going to renew his contract due to Real Madrid's desires. The thing is that Isco has been linked to Betis, who is one of the main contenders to get Isco for the next year. But the thing is that Betis will struggle a lot to get qualified for next Champions League, which is something that Isco would like to. That's why, for example, Betis now, which is now one of the main runners for Champions League for the next year in Spain, is getting not as strength as before. And that's why Isco now is looking for some other chances to play for Champions League next year. Remember that Isco is 30 years old. He's one of the most quality midfielders on Europe, and he's gonna be free to negotiate his future. That's why he has so many clubs now, so many Champions League clubs that will be able to get here for the next summer. The player's desire is to play in one of the big leagues, such as, for example, Spain, which is going to be difficult because we already say that he's been linked to Betis, but watch out because Sevilla is one of the teams that could make this bid for Isco for the next year. Let's see if Sevilla finally make that step. But if not, Isco has lots of teams in Italy, in France, and in the Premier League to see how his future develops and to see if he can still compete in Champions League level. That's why he wants to wait. He doesn't need to rush for a choice, and that's why in the next month he's gonna think about all the offers that he has and make the right choice for his future. Let's see, but the thing is that he's not going to renew the deal that he has for Real Madrid, so he's going to be a free agent to negotiate whatever he want to go. Back to Barcelona, let's see, another midfielder, but a big name. He's younger and he's even at least the same talented that Isco. Gabi, tell us what about his renewal for Barcelona. Gemma.
Yes, Rodri, we are talking about him almost every week, but we have important news. Earlier this Monday, there was another meeting, a positive one, with both parts, the Barcelona and his agent, Ivan de la Peña. They are working in this new agreement, and the feeling is that it's not official yet, but is very close. We are talking about the first team contract. It will be until June 2027. It will be there will be a termination clause near 1 million euros, something that we've seen before with Pedri or Araujo, and that makes a huge difference. Let's talk about that. He doesn't even have a professional contract. He's in a second team contract, about 1,000 euros per year, which is of course not in the same level as the player is, and with only 50 million euros clause, and that makes some clubs in the Premier League very interested in him. So this clause, this new agreement with Barcelona is really close. It was always the will of both parts, and now it seems, Rodri, that we will be able to say it is official very soon. And let me add that there will be a renewing bonus for the player. It will be about 1.52 million euros.
We're gonna travel to Seville. We mentioned Betis before in this video, and we gotta talk to Betis people, because I know there are a lot of supporters of Betis that are waiting for the future of Hector Bellerin. Now Bellerin belongs to Arsenal, but he's on loan with Betis, and that's why everyone at Betis is hoping and expecting Bellerin to stay. But it's going to be very, very, very difficult, because the value market that he has is around 15 or even 20 million euros. And the thing is that Mikel Arteta, Arsenal coach, wants him for the next season. He belongs to Arsenal. He's on loan for this half a year to Betis Balompié, and Betis want him to stay at least one more year. But the thing is that it's going to be very, very difficult, because Mikel Arteta is in love with the performances these past months. Even we know that he won the Copa del Rey with Betis, with Borja Iglesias, with Hector Bellerin, with Manuel Pellegrini on the bench, and it's going to be very, very, very expensive for Betis, because if Betis have got it to get the qualifier for the next Champions League, it would have been a little bit easier to maintain Hector Bellerin, because his desire is to stay at Betis. But it's going to be very, very difficult, and let's see if they try to negotiate with Arsenal in terms of trying to get that loan 1 year. But it's going to be very, very tough and very difficult for Manuel Pellegrini's side. Let's see what happens in the next week, and we will bring the breaking news on Bellerin, on Arsenal, and on Betis. But let me go back to Barcelona, because you got some fresh and breaking news too about Barca defenders for the next year.
Yes, Rodri, let's talk about the defense. It's almost public that Barcelona have interest in César Azpilicueta, with another Spanish defender like Marco Marcos Alonso. But I would like to put another name in the table. You know, the will of Xavi is to have 2 players in each position of the defense, something that he's not having it now. They are also in contact with center back Íñigo Martínez, but what I want to talk today is that my sources tell me that important people at Barca are very fond of this player we are seeing now in pictures. Is Adrià Pedrosa. He plays in City Neighbors Espanyol. He's a talented 23-year-old left back. His contract with Espanyol expires in less than 18 months. He hasn't renewed, even though the Espanyol team, they tried to. And there are some important people there in Barcelona who are fond of this defender. So let's put some interest of him in the table, Rodri.
Okay, La Liga Insider with Gemma Solé. See you next week. Like this video, comment, turn notifications on, and subscribe. We want to read you. Goodbye. See you next week, Gemma.
Bye.